Girl, we got some tea?
With the honey and the sugar.
Nah, we gonna need some wine for this one.
Well, wine me, please.
Welcome back to another episode of Why Me Please podcast. I want y'all to know, Candace said I was going to start us off, and then she didn't say nothing. That's why I said I'm going to stir the pot. Oh! Because I'm like, what? I was like, why is she looking at me like that? I was so confused. I was like, you don't want me to stir the pot? I'm going to do it anyway. I didn't know what she was saying. Okay,
you don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. 5, 4, 3, 2.
We can keep that.
I was going to say, I know. Anyways, y'all, we are talking. Candace, tell the people what we're drinking, because I'm just discombobulated.
We are drinking Apothic Crushed Soft Red Blend. Has a velvety and smooth finish. It's a decadent red blend with a luscious note of red ripe berries, a hint of caramel, with however you say it, rounded out by a velvety smooth finish. It pairs well with grilled meat, pasta dishes, chocolate, and even aged cheeses. It is 13.9%. And so we have some chocolate pound cake for today on our charcuterie. I'm excited. We've been staring at charcuterie, yes. We've been staring at this pound cake all day.
Literally.
Buttery
so
smell
who's
to
eating
it.
this? Who's this chocolate pound cake for?
Yes.
Okay. Swirl it.
I smell chocolate.
Yeah, I can smell.
Cheers.
Right, make sure you cheers.
Yeah, make sure you cheers, woman. Sip it.
I can smell the butteriness of the caramel. Like,
you got a real good nose, because I don't smell none of that.
I smell the dark chocolate. And
I can taste the buttery.
Okay.
I can't smell it.
I
smell the chocolate.
It smells smoother than what it tastes. It has a smooth smell to me. But I can taste the chocolate.
I was going to say, it just tastes like dark chocolate.
It's not as good as yours, though.
Thank you.
I'm excited for this pound cake.
Man.
It ain't bad.
I was going to say, it's a little dry, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We got it from Pete's.
Just missing a pound.
Is Apothic the brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see the pairing, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think if this is richer.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Jules. Jules be having some nice bakery.
They do. Jules Bakery be hitting.
Jules Bakery be hitting.
They Madeline's.
Okay, we ain't talking about them. They is not paying us.
So that's why y'all be getting all this free sponsorship.
Right. They is not paying us. Jules, you want us? Hit me up.
My bad.
Email me.
We made you
Wine me.
My bad.
Podcast@gmail.com.
We meant to say Yules, not Jules.
Walking down the Jules wine aisle.
Low key is in the intro. I'm just saying. Is that Jules?
Peace.
My bad.
Anyways, tell these people what we talking about, y'all. Because I'm just a girl.
How'd you gonna ask us to say what we're talking about and then say what we're talking about?
Just a girl.
No, literally. She told us to say that. She asked us because she's just a girl.
I really am. I don't know what's going on in life.
So the topic is I'm just a girl. This topic has like a couple of layers to it, just because there's so many layers to being a woman. We have the part of us that wants to be soft and be able to be feminine. We have that part that wants to be vulnerable. We have the part that takes the role of being the superhero all the time and being a superwoman. We have the part and being everyone's counselor and everyone's mother and everyone's everything. And then there's a part of us where we feel like we can just do it all. I can do it all on myself. I don't need help. That can be kind of conflicting sometimes, because what I can understand why men be confused sometimes. Because what do you want from me?
That why I ain't say nothing.
I don't.
That why I ain't say nothing.
I kind of can. Where do you all find? What? So I'll ask you guys this: what girl are you?
I'm just a girl. No. Here's why I stand on it, because this is why I say I'm gonna stir the pot on it, because I feel like I think we all know there's a lot of good feminine qualities. So, first of all, feminine qualities and masculine qualities isn't
weaker.
It
Exactly.
is not gender specific. And so when I say that, there's a lot of feminine qualities that bring a lot of strengths, regardless of what gender you are.
Exactly.
And I feel like, with that being said, it makes us good leaders naturally. It makes us good nurturers. It makes us good caregivers. It makes us think of community as a whole. It makes us see bigger picture. And there's strength in that. And I think that men notice that, in which they lean into those qualities. But at the same time, I feel like they are capable of having those same or having similar qualities, or having some empathy into those qualities that helps them lean into theirs that they shy away from, just kind of out of selfishness sometimes.
Masculine
the fragile masculinity of that. To be able to step back and know that a woman's role in certain places in that leadership helps bring them up in their masculinity, right? It doesn't make them small or make them incapable, but I think media has made it more of a opposing, conflicting thing versus a thing that can naturally grow together and be beneficial to each other, and making it more of a gender war versus like, these are some strengths, these are some weaknesses, and how can we build upon that together.
I can see that. So, do you feel like you're a specific part of a girl, or do you feel like you embody all?
She a nigga to the core. I'm sorry, excuse my language.
She a hood nigga. I feel the same way. I feel like she a thug.
My girl
in them. In them.
She said in them. She said it softly.
I feel like I embody it all.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like for me, I want to be the girl that's just as delicate as a flower. Like, I want to just be able to just.
And I'm not even being funny.
I really do though. Like, I just want to just be to bask in all of my femininity, because I feel like that is a true strength. However, I feel like the role, and I don't even want to say like I want to have even a piece of carelessness about me, but I do want to just experience a piece of just
existence,
mentally freedom, just like just being in the moment. That's the girl that I desire to be. But the girl that I am, I feel like doesn't get provided that opportunity. I feel like the girl that I am is always like on her toes. It's always having to. It isn't a girl that can make a mistake, because if I make a mistake, it's a mistake not just for me but for everybody.
You see how you thought of everybody? That's what I mean. Versus like our decisions, we think about how it affects
the entire system.
Right.
The system of our home, the system of our family. And it's like, although there is strength in that, I don't want to be that girl.
I'm tired of being that girl.
Right, exactly.
I am.
Exactly.
In all transparency and vulnerability, I literally had a mental breakdown the other day. Me and Candace had a meet. I had to tell baby, I ain't gonna be there. I'm over here boo-hooing right now. Because it's just one of those things of just being tired of always having to do everything. Or just carry everything. Or like I said, think of everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then not only that's one component, but then feeling like you putting in all this work to do so many different things, but it's like, but it feels like ain't nothing working. Or it's like why you ain't made it there yet? Well, you know, to the end goal, you know.
And it feels like making it there is only your responsibility.
Yeah. And it's shit.
And you doing this, and sometimes it's a lot of, because we're very communal type of. I think that's part of the feminine trait, is being very community based, where we feel like some of the baggage we take with us of like, I can't just help myself. I have to make sure I help everybody else, and I have to make sure everybody come with me.
And that's the unfortunate superwoman complex that a lot of black women take on. It's just like, I have to save everybody.
And the guilt if you don't.
And the guilt if you don't. And the guilt if you don't. I was just talking to my mom the other day. Who was my mom? I was talking to somebody the other day. And I was like, I feel like guilty for going to just do regular stuff that I'm supposed to, because I feel like I'm taking away from something else that I could be doing. Or like, this time could be put towards this, or this money could be put towards this. Like, it takes me forever to like convince myself just to go and get like a nails done or a pedicure. Like, and that's the outside of washing my ass. That's the bare minimum
Right.
self-care,
Yeah.
that I have, or self-maintenance. I'm not even call that self-care. Self-maintenance, that I have. But it's like, I want to be in a space, not saying that I want to make a mistake, but I want to be a girl that if I made a mistake, I wouldn't feel bad or shamed about the possibilities of
I want
making
a soft
mistake.
place to land.
I want a soft place to
Absolutely.
land if I make the mistake. But it feels like if I make the mistake, I'm going to land on me because it's only me that's
That
making
part.
the mistake.
And it's only that you can trust that's gonna get you back up.
That's going to get you back up. And it's not to say that the support system isn't there, because I don't want anybody to watch this and think they're like, oh, they husbands or they families or they mamas.
Because they're
Because
very
that's not the
supportive.
case.
Yeah.
That's not the case. But it's just society-wise, it may have been maybe a certain instance or just a certain circumstance that put you in a position why you feel the way that you feel. But like, I am tired of being, people be like, I'm that girl. I don't even want to be that girl. Sometimes I don't even want to be noticed. I don't want to be that girl. Like,
But
you can have that
even
girl.
with the family and friends thing, it's just like, even them being supportive and they are, it's just that that sense of internal drive. You're not going to get the same
It's
level.
not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same of internal drive versus you pushing yourself and like knowing what the goal is. They don't see it the same way you do, to feel as passionately as you do.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'll never forget, I had one of my cousins told me years ago, she was like, it must be a lot of pressure being you. I said, well, damn.
Right.
She's like, no. She's like, it takes a lot. She's like, think about your life. And she wasn't saying it from a bad place or anything. She's like, it was just one of those things of like, I would never want to be you. That's a lot of pressure to be who you are, because you're like so here. And like, everybody has these high expectations of you. And I don't necessarily think it's because people automatically put all those high expectations on me, but when they see me doing greatness, you know what I'm saying?
They don't expect anything less of you.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't feel like I have room to be anything less than great. And I know, and the crazy thing is, I talk as a therapist, I talk to my clients about this. I be like, hey, there's an unrealistic expectation here, and in the same time, I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, girl, you gotta take your own advice at the same time.
it'll be rough.
And I be having to be done with my session and be like, girl,
That
you
was a
talking to
conversation.
yourself.
That was a conversation
You
for
talking
you.
to yourself, because it's
That
like,
session was for you.
there's literally, I'm gonna say I can't say everybody else, because I don't know what everybody else is thinking. I feel like I put myself on this high pedestal, and there's no way I can come down from it. And even like I said, I had a whole meltdown, and even by the end of the meltdown, I was like, all right, bitch, we out here.
Right.
What's next? Because like, it's like my man is like, you can't afford to sit in it.
Exactly.
Like,
While I'm telling the client,
you be like, have your moment,
Right.
now time to get up and get back to work. You be telling other people like, feel your emotions, sit through them. You be like, all right, it's been 20 minutes, now get back to work.
20 minutes is a wrap.
Your client about to clock in, get it together.
But you know what, too? It's kind of like when we think about, I'm not going to even say we, because I be having my moments of laziness, but when you think about the 24 hours in a day and everything that you want to complete in life, you're like, I only got 5 minutes for this bullshit because I got stuff to do.
That part.
Don't be having time.
So it's like although my emotions need time, I don't have time for my emotions at this time. And I think sometimes I get in my own way because it's like I do, like I said, I want to be as delicate as a flower. I want to be walking with my head down because I know somebody gonna protect me in case the car come. I want to just be I just want to just be that. And then there is a part of me that is kind of like, okay, but like I said, I feel like I have to do it all as well. There's also some sense of stressful enjoyment in knowing that I am resilient, but again, it's the stress of having to be.
Yeah.
I think the frustration comes in when you want to be something versus when you have to be something.
Yeah.
The fact that I have to be this way is what makes it more stressful versus, I'm choosing to be this way. I'm choosing to be the savior. I'm not the savior, but I'm choosing to be,
Right.
you know, the person that's always, you know, helping people. I'm choosing to be, you know, a protector in this area or the financial person in this area. I'm choosing to be those things versus I have to be those things.
No,
It's
yeah,
kinda like,
it
I
is a
don't
big
want
difference.
to be. I don't want to.
I
be
think it's
that.
hard to know when to shut that off too, though. When
Yeah.
you're so used to doing it too, when you don't know you don't have to be anymore.
Because you don't know who's
Yeah.
Because
gonna
I think
pick it up.
sometimes that can
That
affect.
part, because who finna pick it up?
Pick it up.
Right.
And then, are they gonna pick it up the right way?
Pick it up the way you want it to.
that-
Because
that-
that'd be the other part
because
too.
it could be the
Well,
right-
I was gonna say
it could be the right way for
sometimes
them.
that be our problem.
Yeah,
is
but
be
is it
like,
gonna look how I need it to look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
I-
going to
and I know
relinquish
that's my big-
control?
yeah,
Yes.
no,
I
no.
remember when me and my husband was saving for our home, and I was so frustrated because it wasn't even that he wasn't saving. It's just that he wasn't saving the way I was saving.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for me was that he had a job at the time where he had got bonuses, so he could just save his bonuses. And I was probably a little jealous, to be honest, now that I think about it, because
You not putting more. You ain't doing this monthly.
exactly
Where your money at?
exactly, because for me, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, we need to create a habit
Yeah.
of X, Y, and Z.
A little bit more.
And it's not even that he wasn't putting the money in because he had the money. It just didn't have to come out of his regular check like it had to come out of my regular check.
Yeah.
You ain't
Now
struggling the way I'm
salty about
struggling.
it.
So I was probably a little salty about it, but but I'm making it up like, you know, no, because we got to create a habit, and if you're not taking it out of your check each time, then you're not creating a habit. And he's like, okay, but at the end of the day, the goal isn't to create a habit. The goal is to save for a house, and I saved the money for the house. You can't be mad at how I saved it.
Shots fired.
I saved it. I was like, damn.
told you.
But my thing was like, but that's when I realized, like, you ain't doing it the way I want you to do it, though. You know, and the way I wanted him to do it for me actually was, it was so much deeper than that. Because the way I wanted you to do, our bonuses were not guaranteed.
Right. That
The
makes
way
sense,
I
though.
wanted you to do it for me also provided me with a sense of security.
Yeah.
And a sense of financial safety. Because I knew that you was creating a habit.
Yeah.
But for him, he was like, I am reaching the goal.
Right.
And so it was just kind of
Should have
like
been
that.
more clear.
It was on me. I should have been more clear, right? I should have even said at the house. I should have been like, we need to say.
I'm just saying, and whether you were clear or not, like, I'm pretty sure that's just how he was thinking. Like, you wanted a habit, you should have said
The habit,
make it a
yeah.
habit, and this habit will help reach our goal.
Right.
And then moving forward, we already have the habit for even more goals.
There's so much to think about.
And that's why I feel like masculine and feminine go
Yeah.
together in that sense of like, I'm thinking logistically of the whole plan. I just need you to execute. Let me sit here with this blueprint and I'm gonna hand it to you and go ahead and execute. But I'm thinking logistically of like creating habits that will create long-standing change for our family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Versus you thinking, okay, I just need to hit this goal and then we on to the next thing.
You're looking at this and I'm looking at all
The big
of this.
picture.
Yeah. I learned that very early on about my husband, which is why I started talking like that at all times.
You
It's
gotta
so
be very
stressful
detailed.
to
You
talk.
gotta be very detailed.
Because I need you to understand it's not going to end here. This is going to be continuous, but this is just a stop on this road.
Yeah.
But again, why I got to think about all that?
That's the thing, like, and that's what I be saying, like, with me wanting
so
to
stressful.
be in like my feminine. I want to be delicate mentally. I want to be delicate physically. Like, I don't want to have to think about all that stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I also don't want to be the one that has to bring it up all the time or bring it to the attention. It's like I sometimes I want you to come and sit me down and be like, hey, babe, we need to go over these finances today.
Lois.
I'm tired of it. I want to be like, we need to discuss finances. We need to discuss this. We need to do a budget. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't want to have to always. I
Like
want to
if
know.
I didn't think about it, would you?
That's the scary part.
And he
Exactly.
would have. And I only know this because me and Jarvis did an episode about this when we was talking about finance on See More in Action followers.
Yep.
And that was a part of the conversation. I was like, because he was like, I feel good about talking about money now. I was like, but do you feel good because I'm the one still bringing it up?
Right.
You're not bringing it up. And the thing is, I think, and I tell him all the time, you're privileged, right? You grew up in a 2-parent household, and there's nothing wrong with it. Where you didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to think about that. That was even through up until college. Like that was never something you had to be concerned about and map out. Versus growing up in a single parent household, I had to think about that because I'm watching my mama thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Planning that out. And then when I went to college, all my finances fell on me, so I had to worry about that. And so it's like colliding those two worlds, and to be like, if you swipe that card, sir, we have to pay that back. You don't just get to be like,
I get to
whatever,
with this,
and I'll pay it when I pay it, or I don't have to think about a plan. But because he's such a good follower, not in the bad sense, right? But follower.
He goes with the flow.
Yeah, and he follows directions very well. He's like, well, if you give me something, I'm going to just do exactly how you say, because you already mapped out. Who am I to tell you what you did is wrong if it made sense, everything you mapped it out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, all your thought process was trash. I'm not doing that. No, it makes sense. We figured it out. We both agree. I'm going to do the plan until you tell me don't do the plan no more. Right. But it's like you said, but you don't want to check in and say, hey, do this plan still work? Sir?
Yeah. And it's just like, I just want to know that. I just want to know that it's as important to you as it is to me.
It's a priority.
But I did learn that it is, but he just don't vocalize it. And I think that's what a lot of men though. Like some things they think about, but if they feel like, and this is just my perception, if they feel like vocalizing ain't gonna change nothing, why would I talk about it?
Or they think she gonna do what she want to do anyway.
Or that too, right? Why would I talk about it? I can just deal with it internally and figure it out, and then whatever. And it's like, but you can still talk about it.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. And that's the thing too. It's just kind of like, come and talk, come sit me down,
right?
And talk to me about the situation, and we can work collaboratively. And I'll make you feel like it was your idea.
Well then. I think on the single side, I think it's complicated talking about finances and dating too. And just even the conversations lately about the whole 50-50 thing and what people bring to the table. I think even now just makes it even more complicated in talking about finances now because everybody's worried about what people's intentions is, even though this is like, no, we need to be having these conversations up front, to be honest.
Because I'm going to ask you on the third date what that money like.
No, seriously.
Spending habits are important, and so I think people get very defensive thinking that you're like, everybody thinks everybody's, I don't know what if it's a Chicago thing or what, everybody thinks they're being scammed or finessed or manipulated.
Chicago
when it's just like these are adult conversations that need to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seriously is. And it's just kind of like it needs to happen down to like, what's your credit score? How much debt do you have?
No, seriously.
And it's not.
And at what point do you bring those conversations up?
The third date.
The third day is super aggressive.
And you think so? See, and that's the male perspective. See, that's what I mean.
I mean, but here's my thing.
Because you should have intentions with me. You know what you want to do after the second date.
I was gonna say third date. Like, come on now. You done took me out on 3 times. Then what are we doing?
Because I can guarantee it's not 3 dates in 1 week. It's 3 dates probably over. It's probably over a span of a month.
Yeah, it's probably a span over a month.
Because if we being honest, I feel like the third date is still early enough to determine if I don't like your answers, we can part ways.
Yeah.
If I don't like your habits, and because I'm not here to change you at that point.
Because we've already had detailed conversation before we got to this date to have this conversation in person.
Yeah, because y'all talking about all type of shit. Y'all bet y'all talking about fucking.
Y'all probably already fucking.
That's right. My date 3 ain't talk about money. Baby, people.
This is why I say by date 3, just because it's not like you're going on 3 dates in 1 week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like over a span of time. Some people may. And if it's like a date, I'm not talking about like, it's a coffee meetup. I'm in your area by lunch. Yeah, I'm talking about like, no, this was a planned, intimate date that we had. Ain't no telling what y'all doing. Ain't no telling what body parts I'm at. We can meet at finances.
That date 3, and if we don't like it, we can both part ways, and ain't that much time being that invested. You don't gotta feel like you wasted time.
I also do feel like there has to be room for growth. I don't know how much room you expecting.
No, absolutely.
It ain't gonna be the size of this house, but there'll be some room because also habits are also developed by the way people were raised.
No, absolutely.
Even though me and my husband were both raised in 2-parent households, two completely different set of parents.
Yeah.
You know, so like I came from a household where we had some penny pincher moments, we had some lights off moments, you know, but we were never like completely without. We ain't never been without a home or been without food or nothing like that. But we had moments where we've been without. So for me in finances, I take them like extremely serious.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm like really big on like finances and budgeting and saving and things like that. My husband, on the other hand, it's not that he's not big on it. He's really ambitious and making sure that he's working. Like he got 3 jobs now, and but he also comes from a mindset of if there's money, I can just go get it. If there, I'm just gonna go get the money.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, I don't want you to get the money. I want the money there already in the account, waiting and appreciating. So instead of like, oh, we need this, I just go pick up some extra shifts. Okay, well now that's time away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So just manage the money that you got instead of having to go and get more money.
That part. That
So-
part.
What challenged you guys to learn how to ask for help? Being such independent, used to doing
Being
it yourself.
tagged. Being tagged.
Or do you still struggle with asking for help?
No, I still struggle asking for help. I mean, I ask every now and again.
help from who? Because
I'm
I'm not asking help from my spouse.
I don't really ask for help. I be saying like what's going on until somebody say, "Oh, do you want me to help you?" Because it's like I cannot ask because I don't know. It's just something in me that's like, ain't no bitch in your blood. You don't need no help.
And I know that about her, so I be like,
It's so I be
so she
like,
wants some
I
help.
just like
You
gotta
cast
do
the
this.
net and hope you catch a fish.
That part, and
I
it's
think
like.
because you don't want nobody to disappoint you, because you know ain't nobody gonna get it done like you wanted to be done, so you gotta just do it yourself.
That's true too.
Do too.
That's true too. If y'all didn't hear him, he said, "I don't want nobody to disappoint me," because that does play a part of it. Because if you do disappoint me now, I'm just gonna always look at you sideways. Because it's like, and not like in a bad way. It's
Right.
just like
you're not reliable.
Yeah, you're not reliable. I can never count on you, and I don't ever want to put anybody
Is that
in
a
that
thinking?
position.
Is that again like a response of like immediately putting a wall up, or do you feel like I don't know?
It's a
Like,
trauma
how many
response
I was gonna
for
say
me.
how many,
I
times,
would be
how many
honest.
times do you give people a chance to disappoint you, or do you just immediately okay, I'll never just trust you?
Fine with me.
Well, my thing is, I don't want you to disappoint me. That's why it's hard for me to ask, because this is my thing. I know I'm a person that doesn't ask for help. So I don't ask for help so much that when I ask for it, I expect it.
That part.
That's fair.
So
That part.
And if-
when I don't get it,
I will never ask
I will
again.
never ask
I will
again.
never ask
I will
again.
never ask again. And I think I probably have asked for help maybe twice or so, and also from people that I've helped, and I didn't get it, and I've never asked again. And I think the part of me is that now it's just kind of and people don't understand the hurt you feel.
Yeah.
When it's
It's
like
visceral.
I do not ask for
anything.
Man.
I don't ask for nothing.
Y'all always ask
All
me
my
for
life
everything.
I had to fight.
Oh my life, I had to fight.
In the moment, and to understand,
It'll be something small too.
the mental process that we go through to have to ask.
Don't let
It's
it be
not.
small, 'cause
It's
that's gonna make me even madder.
but it's not as simple as I just ask. It's as simple as me having to process the fact that I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
But the steps it
It's
takes
a
to do
process.
that,
No,
and
so-
then when I actually do it and I don't get it,
No,
it took me 2 weeks to do that.
And you
shit.
told me to ask you. I didn't let me the part. You be like, you told me to ask you.
No,
Like, I'm ready to
seriously.
swing.
Trigger moment. I think we all just got triggered.
No,
We should probably end
seriously.
it.
I don't.
No.
No, but seriously though, because I've had those moments where I've asked somebody and then it came with so many questions.
That part.
Like, I don't ask you shit when you ask. I just
Right.
ask when I'm gonna get my shit back. That's
Right.
it. If it's money, when I'm gonna get my money back, or when do you need me, whatever.
And most of the
What's
time
the
when I
plan?
give
I'm
it,
always
I'm
just gonna say,
prepared
what's the
not
plan?
to even
What's
get
the
it
plan
back.
for me to get my money back? That's it.
Right? So it's like you ask, and so the minute you start asking me one to me that don't even align with you sounding like you finna help me, I shut it down.
Now you
Like,
just being
know what?
nosy.
I'm
Don't
just
worry about
playing.
it.
I don't need no help. I just want to.
say.
That part. And I go
That's
about
what you
my
wanna do.
business. I go about my business. But then, like on the flip side, when y'all know, like last year when my friends went out and we had to pay them people in cash, man, we had to ask my father-in-law. I was like, we was contemplating, me and my husband in the bed, because he don't ask for help either. We like, okay.
It's stressful.
I said, so this what we gonna do. I gave him a whole rundown of what he was gonna say on that phone. His daddy didn't even ask for that. His daddy knew something
Didn't care
was
about
up
none of
because
that.
he was like, "You don't never call me this early. Like,
He
what's
didn't care
going
about none of
on?"
that.
He's like, "Yeah, our friend, we have to pay cash. We can't use our credit card. We have to pay cash." Shaniqua King, he was like, "All right, how much you need? I'll send it to you." Boom.
I like a father-in-law like
I
that.
said, baby, I told y'all that man rich. I just want y'all to know. I told y'all that man. It's a lot. It's a running joke. But then, like, even in that moment, and I was talking to Kansas about it, and Kansas like, "Oh, I could see you this, blah blah blah," and I wasn't even asking, and I wasn't like trying to trick her either. I was just telling her what was going on, and I was like, "Oh, she's willing to help me."
There's people out there.
And it felt so good. I think I cried. I said, "Girl, you gotta be up here crying,"
Because I think this was in the winter too, right?
Yes,
I was like,
you can't.
I was like, girl, you can't be sitting out there without no heat.
And baby, we had space heaters all up around this tree. Y'all remember?
I didn't even notice. I didn't know till that day because I was like, I just asked. I was
It's
like,
me making the announcement at the party. Sorry, y'all, about all the space heaters.
I didn't know, and I still didn't realize something. It was warm, but
we was lit. We was
I think I
twerking.
just asked her, like, where you get the space to the front? She's like, girl, I got all these. I said, all these? She's like, yeah, my front is out. I said, your front is out. It was warm as hell up here.
It was.
Girl, but it's just like having to ask is crazy. But the one thing I want to say before we wrap up, because you was like a moment where I do feel like I can be just like not care all the other stuff is when I am on vacation
Oh my
out the
gosh.
country with my husband.
Well,
I need
that
to
part,
experience
but-
that. She said, well, everything but that
because I know like he's gonna vibe with how I vibe. We don't. It's not too much. If I say let's go on an excursion, he's like cool. If I say I just want to lay on the beach, he's like cool. If I say I just want to sleep, he's like cool. I'm gonna go to the bar down there while you sleep, and I'll come check in every hour or so.
Yeah.
And I can literally
Be yourself.
just
Yes.
carefree, not have to worry about nothing. So I wanted to bring that back full circle to your
For me.
original point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed to hear that because I need that because I'm just like
I ain't had a soft girl like
tired.
that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I want to experience a soft.
It'd be only on
I
vacation
feel
when I know
like
I got
we're
all inclusive
on
service.
the road to it. God just need us to get certain things in place first,
Yeah.
so that when we get a taste of it, we can enjoy it and stay
Appreciate
in
it
it and
and
not
gratitude.
be like, oh, I gotta go back to that hard life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come
baby,
get
because-
me help. Okay,
Help
I'm done with it. Okay.
Hard not life, me not. It's a hard
out.
not life for you because it ain't gonna be for me for too much longer.
You ain't wrong.
Okay. So on that note,
On that note,
we're just some girls.
y'all know what to do. Follow us on all social media platforms at Why Me Please Podcast. Share this episode with everybody that you know in the world. Chime in the comments. We do chime back, or at least I try to. And we hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all know what to do. We're not just a podcast for tea. So why me, please? And don't forget, if you want our advice, send us an email to advice@whymepleasepodcast.com.